All right, everyone. So welcome to today's class once again. We had a long class the other day, and today we want to go into a topic called list. I made mention the other time that we have several data types. I made mention of integer, strings, floats, boolean, and I mentioned the collections data type like the list, like the tuples, dictionary, sets, and all of that. So today we'll be looking at list, we'll be looking at dictionary, we'll be looking at all the collection data types, and if time permits us, we will move deeply into if statement, loops, all of that. So that was just a quick intro of today. What we have. I dropped the curriculum on the group, so with that, you can always have access or maybe a guide to on what to do. That being said, let's create a new file. Of course, I showed you how to get to this part, right? How to get a new folder, subfolder, and list. So you should be familiar with it by now. So list.py. So a list is a data structure in Python that is immutable. Please take note because we have lists. And should I say the opposite if that is the word of list is tuple, in the sense that list is mutable, is changeable. The orders of sequence, okay, can be changed, but for tuple, that is not possible. So pay attention so that when we now start talking about tuples, you won't be confused. Okay. So list is a data type in Python that is mutable, changeable. You can change the order, sequence, and all of that. And each element or value that is inside a list, okay, is called an item. All right. So just as we have a strings, okay, defined as a character and inside parentheses. So list is identified using the square brackets. This is what I mean. Okay. Let me get right as opposed to tuples. Um, strings you want to work with, maybe mix, yeah. List also accepts mixed data type, and you can have integer, you can have strings. You get to see this as we proceed. So when thinking about Python list and other data structures, type of collection, it is useful to consider all different collection, okay, in data. How to sort your files, your song playlist, your browser. So that is what helps list help you to do. You can sort things. You can sort your files, sort your song playlist, your favorite movie names, your email, collections of videos, and all of that. So that is just a quick overview of what list is. After the class, I will drop material in some resources. We'll go through it to understand it. Okay, so that being said, let's get into practice with it. So I'll hit up my VS Code. I hope everyone joining with their system do the same. So I love Sandra, come again. I'm using just my variable. So if you have Sandra and we assign it, remember this is an assignment operator, don't call it equals to Sandra. Oh, sorry, my bad. Oh God, see someone's name that I'm moderate. Sandra equals to, and I made mention that we use the square brackets. Okay, and I think I saw Glory on the list. And Glory is of what data type? Someone should tell me. Those who joined last week class. The data. No one is saying anything now. Okay. Glory is of string. So that requires the quotation mark, right? So we have Glory, list of people in the class. We have then we have I saw Williams. We have Williams. I think I saw who Favor here. I saw Favor. Who again? I saw it never see. Is it with Rima? Whatever. I have myself. I saw Esther, right? If I'm not wrong. I saw Esther. Okay, just to be okay, there's some best practice on variable name. So I would love to change this my variable name to list or student list. Students underscore list. Right? Is this. So let's print out students list. We save it. And again, I show you the other way. You can use here like this what's it called, code runner. I showed you the extension to install to run your code, and you can use your terminal. I use your so me I'm using Ubuntu. So I think I've CD into Python for MI. I have CD into Python. Okay, so let's say list dot py. I want to show another one. No, I'm wrong. So it's going to be Python 3, then list. It's not reflecting, it's in network. Let's see if it's wrong. Error to no such file. Are you serious? List.py. Okay, oh my bad. Have you seen the indentation? So I'll move it. I just drag it into this. I'll drag it here. Are you sure? Yes. Move. Have you seen? So the thing is, how you arrange your folder, your directory. Don't have using your directory. How you arrange your directory matters. I mistakenly puts list.py into the main folder, which is Python for machine learning and AI, instead of the Python folder. So I've just rearranged it now and put it inside this our desired folder, which is Python. Of course, I told you that error message matters. So of course, I seeded into Python, and that particular file was inside Python for machine learning and AI. So my interpreter did not see this file because it was outside this directory. So Python is telling me can't open file, blah 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 blah, and they're telling me no such file or directory. So from there, that has given me some clue that okay, maybe I had some folder arrangement error and all of that. So all that is clear. So if we go here now and say Python 3 list dot spy. I think is it list? Yeah. And again, I mistakenly comment out the print statement. So that is why we don't have an error message here, but then again, we don't have an output. So please follow all of this. It will help you debug your code when you have issues. They are not rocket science. Just okay. I do not have an error, but then again, I do not have an output. What could be the issue? I just came up and noticed that I mistakenly used and commented out. And in the last class, we talked about that, so you know what that means. So if I save my code and I still want to use this so that use this approach, maybe next time I just go straight and use the run. So if I say Python this, we have this Glory, Williams, Favor, Unedited, and Esther. That is clear, right? So next, again, we talked about the length function in the other class. So if you want to apply, you can apply it to len, call a len function. And of course, you know, since it's a function, it asks what? It must come with parentheses. Don't bother about the error, correct it. So I'll just move this to here. Okay. Then again, I'll take this out. Have to add one there. Okay, so you want to see the length of this string. Okay, the length of students list. So if I save and come back here and run my code Python 3 list to the 5, you see the length is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I believe someone asked me a question. Oh, the other class mentioned that, yeah, Python start counting from 0. But in the case of list, that is when we want to access individual elements like word here, in the sense that the length is actually the length of the list, not actually counting. I don't know if that makes sense. When we are using the length function, okay, it's actually gives us the actual length in the normal sense, starting from 1, and not the Python counting, except when we want to access the elements. That is when you can use the Python 0 counting method and all of that. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the length of the list. If you include some other person like who do we have? I saw Utsube, let's see. And is it Utsube? I think Utrima. I don't know, I'm not sure. Have I? Okay. So if I save it and then again come to my terminal and run my code, you see it has increased to 6. Take note though, remember Saturday is our quiz, right? So that is that for string list. So let's see other form of list. Let's say list 2. Yeah. So assign it to this time around integers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and all of that. You can give it your favorite fruit name. So say fruits equals to assignment operator. Favorite fruit, and you know fruit is of what data type strings, right? And have and all of that. Okay, so you can print it out. Yeah. In the other class, I showed us another way of printing multiple elements. Please, I'll give room for question. Just mute and follow up. Okay, in the other class, instead of printing like print student list, print list to print fruits, we have another method of doing that just to save us time. It's a print list and fruits too. All right, so if I save and come to the terminal and run my code, we'll see we have your Williams, this and that and that. And then again, in a list format, you can see, right? I'll explain more. So yeah, we have our integer and our apple. Oh, I even have a space here. Yeah, you can use your keyboard and add some emoji. That is window, control, window. Think that is that. Okay, so we can add our favorite emoji like this love energy for my amazing students. Okay, so if I save it, come to the terminal. Yeah, you can use this command clear to clear this terminal. See how it's looking messy. Or use CLS if you are using PowerShell to clear your terminal. So if you are using Ubuntu, you can use this clear command and you see that everything is low screen. So if I saved and run my code, you see Williams, blah blah blah, and you see this emoji, this at emoji that I added. All right. So I heard someone unmute the other time. I want to ask question. The person can unmute now and ask. Okay, so in the absence of no questions, I believe that was a
Yes, ma'am.
mistake.
Sorry to be troubling. Although I don't know if it was my network, I didn't see your screen from where you started to this place. It's just now that I'm seeing your screen.
Who else did not see my screen apart from Williams? Some reaction. Glory, Favor, Sandra. Are you guys seeing my screen?
Yes, I've been seeing your screen from the beginning.
Okay, okay, so Williams, I think it's your network. Sorry about that. So what Williams, I'm going to go over. Okay, please mute. I'll go over it again. But I believe my screen is still visible. Maybe just your network. You can leave the call and join again. Or you either restart your internet source. Either of that. It's going to be a bit, I should have put it, challenging today because of the rain. But the recording will be made and you have full access to all that you are doing. Okay, so for Williams, I say this is me assigning all these students, all these amazing students, wonderful Glory, amazing Williams, prestigious Favor, my humble self, um, great Esther, and almighty Swimmer to student list. Remember, we're talking about list, and you should be familiar with this right now because we've talked about strings today in the last class. We go deep into strings. So this is me making a list of strings. Okay. Now, in the line 2, which we assign this integer list to variable list 2. Okay, this is an integer data type we talked about in the other class. Should be aware. So the class will be progressing like that. We talked about something today, then the other day we looked at the advanced level. So we talked about individual strings the other day. So today we're talking about how to make like a list of strings, a list of integer. So this one, our emoji, maybe you may have need of it in your code or in your work. So you just should be able to add it to your code. I think it's real, making things real. So before then, I made mention about the applications of lists. While it's important, maybe you want to sort or sort out your music playlist, sort out your favorite movies and title list and all of that. So you could sort it list of strings, integer, maybe we could call this song playlist. Maybe that would have made it more real. Next time I'll try and apply real life names. And fruits, yeah. Add a list of fruits when we could add list of favorite fruits, right? So that is it. Okay, so Williams, that is what we had before you lost us. So like I said before, I can say list, let's say list 3 here, and I want to assign it to mix. Okay, I should say mix list because I want to mix all the, let me say mix underscore list. Okay, and I'll assign it, and you see how that goes. Now you have your integer, we have your We have integer. We have, let's say, string of Sandra. Then we can have others like mix, that mix. So if we want to print, we already saw the rest. We want to print mix list, right? And I save, come to the terminal, run my code. You can see this. So this is how wonderful list is. We'll see each individual applications of list. Any question before we proceed? And just to quick to know what type this is, can still use our type function. We talked about it the other time. So if we save it and come to the terminal to run our code, we'll see it's of class list. Are we together, my wonderful people? Okay, so Python also have a reserved word, which is the list constructor. Can use that and create our own list. So let's see. We could call it, let's say, this list or const list to show our list constructor. Const list, and I'll assign it to, I'll use the list. Okay, the list, and don't forget, since it's a function, make mention of that. And inside that, I will type in, I have another here, then come here, I'll say Sandra. Go out of this. I have Glory. Go out of it. I have I think I have Favor Williamson. All of that. So if I print, look at this is in a tuple form. When we get to top of this syntax, right? So if I want to print my construct list, save my code, come to the terminal, claim my terminal, so have and run my code. Did I print? Oh, yeah, someone should tell me the issue here. We don't have an error, but then again, we don't have our expected output. Someone should just unmute. The class is going to be as interactive as possible. We don't have error message. So let's say, yeah, we don't have syntax error, nothing is wrong. But then again, we don't have our expected output. Look at the code and look at the terminal. Someone should tell me what the issue is.
I think it's because you've not told it what to print, so it's still working with the last instruction.
Beautiful. So that's exactly, what the version is, what's the best out. So I'll print. First, please, hope you are following. So const list, I'll save, come to the terminal and run my code. Here, Sandra, Favor, that's. We do not use the square brackets, right? But we use the reserved keyword in Python, list. So it's like this constructor for creating new list. So you see that, and the output is in list format. So can we just type and check? Always check, always ask question. Want to prove and want to check why. This will help you answer the why to whatever you are doing. Don't just accept it. He said, come here and run my code. Starting off, of class. Yeah, it's class list because of this word. So you agree with me that that is that. Any question before we go to another subtopic on that list? Okay, so that is that. Hope all of us, we all have our GitHub address. We all have our GitHub accounts, right? I think from next week, this week is just getting yourself familiar with your learning environment. From next week, please, we'll be doing serious things. We'll be pushing our code to our GitHub. So if you are still, maybe you don't have most of your softwares and go download, you don't have tools, working tools download, please try and get yourself prepared. Because next week, we'll be pushing our code to GitHub and we'll be using amazing advanced things. So this is just the basic and will help us. Another thing, you should try and understand each level of the class, please. Because as we progress, we'll build from there. Look at the last class, we looked at as individual strain, but now we are now grouping it. So this is showing you that you are going somewhere. All right. So let's talk about my notepad and talk about what's assessing list items. Assessing list items. Okay. Now, in the other class, as I always say, we build from where we left. We talked about how to assess individual elements, maybe elements in short, and then say maybe Sandra. I love this name. Sorry. So we talked about how to assess maybe print something like this, right? Print Sandra. Then we use the square brackets to assess it, right? And we want to assess n. So that should be starting from 0, right? 0, 1, 2, n, right? So we can do this. This was when we looked at a single word. So we can look at a simple list item, how to access it. Okay. So of course you use this square brackets. So let's go into practice and see that it's done. We already have an amazing list. Let's come down here. I'll comment this out. And I'll comment this out. Then take this out. Now I will come down here and to my list. Yeah. So my list, I need to take one bracket out, right? So my list, and I'll apply the square brackets. So I want to assess Sandra. So that should be what? Is it going to be 1 or 0? Let's see. Don't fear, pattern is there to help us with that. So let's say 2, hopefully, right? If we save, come to the terminal, clear our terminal, then run our code. Can someone tell us something? So this should differentiate what the length function does and trying to assess elements. The length function gives you the exact length of what you are looking for, but assessing element is start from 0. So you do not want to use one so that you will see with me. So this is 0, 1, and 2. So we look for the second, how should I put it? Of index 2. Yeah, index, that is the word. Index 2. And that is that. Any confusion there? You can as well maybe one.
I don't understand.
You said list does not start from 0. That it starts from 1. So if you imputed 2,
no. Okay, come up. Yeah, come up. Just finish.
Okay, so if you imputed 2, I'm thinking it will count that 1 as 1 and Sandra as 2.
Okay, so let's go back to our next slide. There's this length function. Okay, so if you're looking for the length of this Sandra, Okay, the length, it will give you the actual length of Sandra, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the length, if you print it out, is going to give you 6. But while using assessment, this square brackets, you want to assess individual elements. That is where indexing comes into play. Okay, so it starts from 0. Wherever you see a code or somewhere using the square brackets, trying to access an element, it should come to your mind that it's starting from 0. Yeah, we want to start it. This is how memory works in Python. You get to see that. Think memory of yeah, we really have a lot of concern of memory in C programming, all those level language. But that is that. So this is where the memory and term comes to play. I think I have to make a separate video for that outside the class. But yeah, I get it. When you are doing for the length, it's actually going to give you the exact length, the conventional one, you know. When you want to access elements, that is where memory related stuff comes into play. So it starts from 0 and all of that. So I believe that answers the question. Okay, so you can use the reverse method. If you save and run our code, this is 1, and so we have 2. I'll leave you to look at the screen for now. Okay, so we did this last week,
I'm
right?
not seeing your screen again.
Which you say you are lost. Someone asked question or a mistake.
What I mean is I'm not seeing your screen again.
Are you serious? Someone just favor day. Can you see my screen? Sandra, Glory. Please, can you all see my screen apart from Williams?
I can see your screen.
Williams, I think this is a serious network issue from your end. I don't know, maybe you try leave the call and join back, or maybe if you're using your phone, you can restart your phone. I think it's network. Sorry about that, but anyways, the recording will be provided, and where you are lost, you have access to it. Sorry about that. So we talked about the job index. So let's use this. We did this last week, but let's say from 0 to maybe 3. We save it. So we have 1 Sandra and this. So this is what we did with singles string, right? So accessing a list of strings. This is outdoors and list of integer. So we are building from there. That's why it's good to understand the concept from the roots, then take it up from there. Look at the string. Let me know if there's any question, or we proceed to the next subtopic. Yeah, in the last class, something was giving us issue. Yeah, the if statement, the condition statement, you want to make condition decisions, right? So let's just try it here. Some people are going to fail, but trust me, don't be afraid. I'll try and simplify it. Okay, so let me comment out. Let me use fruit this time around. I can take out all of this. And then again, I look at banana. Okay, so I will now come here and say, please look at my screen. If, right, and banana is what? If is a string, right? If banana in fruit, okay? So if banana fruits, prints banana is in the list of fruits. Then I'll now come here and say else. See how I identify. Else, it shows each block. Else, prints banana is not in the list of fruits. So comment this out. Or better still, delete it out. We did this last time, right? In a single strings. So in a list of strings, we still want to check that out, right? So under these foods, this is your list of favorite foods. And I want to check, is banana among the list of my favorite foods? That is what this line 4 is saying. Leave the grammar Python is giving us. Understand it first before we get to Python syntax, right? So what this line 4 is saying in a layman term is that, is banana inside this my list of favorite foods? So I now come to line 5 and say, okay, if banana is in the list of my food, let's assume it's there. We don't know yet. Our output will determine. So let's assume. So if banana is in the list of fruits, print banana. Banana is not in the list of fruits. Print banana is not in the list of fruits. As simple as that. So if banana is not probably in the list of fruits, that means banana is not one of the favorite fruits, right? So as simple as that. I'll save, clear my terminal, and run my code. Banana is in the list of fruits. Okay, do you have orange? Okay, let's use watermelon here so that you see it. Watermelon, right? Watermelon. Okay. Watermelon. I'll save it. Come to the terminal and run my code. Okay, so we need to change it. This is something that happened the other time, so we need to watermelon and watermelon. Okay. So I also say whatever you fit into the print statement is what you have. So that is why we have this banana when we launch, stop talking about banana. So if I come here, run my code, watermelon is not in the list of fruits. Do you now understand? Or any question? Ask me question now, you build from here. Before we get to another topic. Ask me question. I need question. Okay, I could still recall in the last class we used the replace method to replace some elements in a list, right? Should I say element item? Someone just messaged me. Whichever way. So let's still look at it again and see how we can replace. Okay, for that, let me come to I still use fruits, but I wouldn't want to erase this out, so I would rather comment it. Comment it out. I'm doing this now because some of us don't have words. A GitHub account. I will just push the code up from that. So instead I'll now comment on comments 1 and we use that. Okay, so you could say what was it? Student list, right? Students. Python already suggested for me. Student list. Now yeah, my thing just suggests append. We talk about the append method, but we are not talking about append now. We want to replace it. So we want to say student list, okay, and we use assessment, which is the square bracket, and we want to replace glory. Sorry, will be replaced. We want to replace glory with let's say joy. You don't have joy. God will bring us Elena and Joy. Okay, so you want to bring I want to replace glory, alright, by this with joy. But if we come to line 3 and print student list, save our code and play my terminal, run my code. We have my bad. Yeah, can someone say something here so that I see you following? Glory is not replaced, but William is replaced. We have one here, but our intention was to replace Glory. So what is going on? No error, right? We have.
You would have used.
I'm listening.
Should you have used 0 instead of 1?
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So that is that. I'll save my code. Come to the terminal and I'll run my code. So Joy, Williams, Favor, and the rest. So this time around, it's not like as though we ate glory. So let's change the range of list. So I say to, come here, use our semicolon, and we change to the third one. Yeah. So that is how to change the range of item and value in a list. In a mind you, this can be done with integers as well. Okay. So the same thing we do here is applicable to integer. I think I have to use integer next time. If I run my code, yeah, say it's run my code. You have what? Beautiful. Beautiful. Someone should say something. I wanted to replace glory with joy, but I'm now saying from in the 0 to 3 is joy. Now, what this output is giving us, you see how we explore some things are arrived by mistakes, right? Okay, so our intention was to replace Glory, Williams, Favor, and Udinat, okay, to the third one. But our output takes out the third of them, like the three of them rather, takes out Glory, takes out Williams, takes out Favor, and instead rather replaced the three items with J, O, Y. Can someone say something? Based on, I think we did that. Did I erase it? Okay, I erased it, but you were following. So that means you know what is going on there. Someone should just talk, please. Just try something. You must not be correct.
Okay, I think
Are we
you
together?
just did something about getting the individual element.
Oh, yes. So that is beautiful. Instead of, because I'm saying what this line 2 is telling our Python interpreter is that replace glory, starting from the 0 index to the third one, replace glory with J, replace Williams with O, replace Favor with Y. And that is exactly what we have here. So we now left with from this units down to 3%. So if we come here and to get our desired output, okay, we'll say replace it with joy, of course. Then replace it, the second one um, with happiness. Just some random name anyways. I forgot my codes. No, that is why Python is warning me. My My cursor does not want to move. What is going on? Okay. Happiness. I need to have one. I say Victor. And my. So with that, I think everything is fine. Yeah, no more errors, no more warning, no more red lines. So with that, everything is right. So it will replace from 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So if we save our code, come here, claim my terminal, and then run my code, Python product list. So let's wait for the output. So yeah, of course, joy, happiness, joy, Victor, before you did not Esther. Any question, please? Any question? Ask question. Saturday is quiz and hands-on practice. And not do that if you do not understand. Okay, so let's use the append method. Okay, I think we talked about something. Instead of this, I'll take it out. Okay, yeah, let me take it out to all get the gist. So dot append dot append. Oh, do you have why is my Sandra not there in my list? Please let me bring in Sandra. Dot append, yeah, because it's a method, we need to have this parenthesis then. So dot append, and of course, as the word implies, as the word append implies, is going to add Sandra to the end of our list. So save, run our code. Am I too fast?
Yes, so
I'm too fast. I just noticed. Sorry. I just noticed.
we are the hub.
Okay,
So
yeah, and the
it's
up.
yes, Glory and Slick. We are the hub. We just got here a couple of minutes ago.
So you were joining the class while on the road? Wow.
Yes, it's a very important class. But there's
Okay,
no
sorry
light
about
here.
There's no light. It's blazing there.
So I'm still on my phone. I'm hoping there will be light soon so I can switch to.
Is blazing there? Do you see blazing there? The guy.
Yes.
Okay, so lights, at least just let him know that you need lights. So you do something about that. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right, so I'm very fast. Let me match my break. Okay, so I am saying that we have one of these reserved word in Python, not just this, we have a lot, but let's just see how this works. So the append method, I told someone to remind me and no one did. I did myself. Okay, so the append method, and just as the word append means, what does it mean? Append, right? So it will add, let me use add now. It will add Sandra. Oh, I misspelled the name, sorry. It will add Sandra to the end of this list. Maybe you could have Sandra, comma, happiness, and all of that, whatever you have to be at the end of the list. So if I saved my code and run it, so that's where you have Sandra at the end of the code. Okay, so you can actually insert something inside this code, maybe insert something to a particular index. Okay, so you could use come here, append maybe students list dot adds index 2. You want to insert Uche. Who is Uche? We don't have Uche, but God will bring Uche. So at index 2, you want to insert it with Uche. Okay? If you save and run our code. Let me play it. Let me play my terminal. I just spelled it wrongly. Python with I just spelled it wrong. You say, okay, and look at the error message. Remember, the error message is very important. It's telling me play, not found. Did you mean? Can you see how wonderful, how powerful Python is? So, did you mean play? I'm doing this now so that maybe you did the same thing and you have this, you're like, oh, run into an error, run into a big issue and all of that. So just follow up, calm down, read the error message, and you'll get something out of it. Okay, so save, run my code, and at index 2, we have Uche. Index 2 is supposed to be somewhere here, right? Before favor, right? So we should have Uche before favor. Let's see. Glory Williams, yeah, before favor. Okay. Are we together? You can please just let me leave this my screen for like 30 seconds. So if you have questions for me, or we proceed. You've seen the insert, you've seen the append. Okay, so no questions. Let me proceed. Now I want to extend my list. I want to extend my list, right? Another what is it called? Method. So I want to extend student list with list 2. So I will say student list, right? Dot extend list 2. Right? What that means is that I want to add, if that is the word I should use, I just want to break it down. List 2 to the student list. Okay. So let me save and run my code for us to see. You see this? Let me comment this out. Print student list. Yeah, let me comment that out. So I'll now save it now. Come down here, claim my terminal, then run my code. So yeah, and hear that. So this list has been extended. You have up to Sandra, where is Sandra? Okay, this was when we append Sandra. Okay, so it's still there and still in the list, and we set that check. Okay, beautiful. So we want to extend the list with student list with list 2, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe some people are scratching their head. I don't know what is going on here. Any question, or should I go over it one more time?
Yes, please go over it.
Okay. So we looked at some method that can be used. The last application with list, you can use them with list. One of them is the append method, which of course appends or add something to the end of a list. We saw other words here when we print student list, and we inserted another method is the insert method that can insert an item into our list. So at line 3 we said, okay, Python will go to index 2 and insert Uche. And this is why we have Uche here. The append add Sandra. That is why we have Sandra here. Now this time around, we want to extend our code. Okay. We want to extend our list. Rather, we want to extend student list by list 2. I need to use list 2 because it's another data type, so the results will really be obvious. Okay. And this is what Python is doing for us. So we say students list, and we're telling Python add list 2 to student list. So that is where this extend keyword comes in. If the extend is confusing, so use add. So tell Python add list 2 to student list. So we use the extend method. So extend list and student list by list 2, and that is why Python is adding this at the end of our student list. Is that okay now? I know it's
Yes.
confusing. Let me keep saying. Okay, it's okay, right? Now we can.
Yes.
Another thing is, if you can add elements to a string, that means you can remove, right? See how real it is.
Yes.
Just if you can add, that means you can remove. Okay, so trust Python. There's another method for that as well. I'll comment this one out. Please try and get your GitHub. I'm doing this because I don't want to delete the code. Once everybody gets their GitHub account, to be pushing code. So that is why instead of deleting, I just had to comment it out. Right. So we will come to line 4 and say students list Python as dot. I want to remove myself from the list because I'm not a student. Okay, so remove this fellow. This fellow is supposed to be on the student list. This is student list. Let's get it here. So you want to remove a list item, right? And what is the list item? My name is Spot here. So I want to take myself out from there. So if I save my code, come to the terminal, play it, and run my code. You see that I'm out. After people should be my name, but I said no, I'm not there. And I'm out. Any question? If you don't want to use remove, you can use something called pop. Yeah. So as the name implies, pop, it pops an item out of the list. It takes an item out of the list. Okay. So I could see students list. Python suggests that for me. Dot pop. What do I want to pop? Let me pop who is not in our list. Let me pop. Uche was what index? Uche was 2, right? That time, yeah. Uche is not among them. So let me pop index 2 out. Okay. Let me take out Uche. If I save my code and I come to the terminal, clear my terminal, and run my code. Yeah, Uche is no longer there because for real, Uche is not among us. Uche is not part of us. So we have the append, the inserts, and the pop. We have other methods. I'll drop the material flow. It's just very simple applications. But you need to just this few. I think we have some other method like that. We have seeing the leads. Let me just introduce someone on mute. Want to ask question?
Yeah, it's me, Glory.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't get you when you said student leads dot pop and we removed You said to index 2. So we took out,
Yeah,
who did
Uche, right?
Uche
Uche, which is yeah,
from
we
student
inserted
list.
Uche at index. So you take Uche out.
I
Are
didn't
you
get
okay
that
now?
bit. Uche is not on the list now.
Yes, Uche is in the list because we inserted Uche at
Okay,
index two.
okay.
This students here
Mhm.
don't insert, automatically
Yeah, I
insert
remember
Uche
that.
at index two. Yeah. So if I before line 4, if I want to print student list, you see that Uche is included. Of course, we saw that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
I get it.
so I now pop out Uche. So just go to index 2, whoever is there, take it out. And that's what Python does.
All right.
So we have one dangerous method. I call it dangerous because take notes. If you don't really want to use it, if you don't really know its applications and you are confused, you want to use it, please. I did not want to introduce you to that, but no problem. Let me still do that. Which is the delete and the del. It's very powerful. The del keyword, it is delete. I don't want to talk about it, but let me do. Now see what is del. So delete students at index 2, which is favorable. This one is not even dangerous, but let me um print student list. Okay, this is print student list, so it will print out for us. When it is dangerous, even more dangerous is when I'll say del delete student list. It will automatically take everything out. It will take student
Yes,
list
I
out.
cannot, so people cannot join.
Someone is asking question. Glory, are you the one?
No, it's not me.
Okay. Now,
Okay, please.
this
Rosie said
will
I should inform you that she has joined us. Rosie.
oh
Now we
Rosie.
can't use the
Okay,
same
yeah,
phone
welcome.
here. We are still waiting for light, and it will be conflicting.
Okay, okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, so where were we? Save that. Delete what favor out. But now let's see something very dangerous. Let's do something very dangerous now. All right. We've deleted we use this keyword now and there, which will automatically delete everything that has to do with the list. Okay. Are we even ready for this? Let me make a copy of it. Let me okay, I think we can always make it. So let's come and print student list. See what we have. Okay. Okay. Did you see that? Did you see that? It's telling us name error. Student list is not defined. That means we've lost it. That is why I said it's very dangerous, except you truly know its application, you truly want to do a
Sorry, is you still here? Can't hear how.
She's not. Maybe she'll
Okay.
join back.
Oh, so sorry. I lost internet. All right. So can you see my screen now? Just some
Yes.
please. All right. Where did we stop? Okay, we talked about this. Okay, instead of me, let me get another file, and they call it loop.spy. I should have been strings loop anyways. Now, in the same way we go through individual elements in a string, we can also look through a list of string, list of integer, list of whatever. You can do that. Okay. So now let's make a list. Let's make a list. List list one, list one, and we assign it to let's use integer this time around. We love strings. Let's use integer. Let's say 1, 2, and that. So I can come to line 2, and I will say for items, in for individual item in list, you print it. Let me go over it again. This is a list of integer, probably a list of anything you saved, you assign to this list one. So this line 2 is telling us for each individual item in this list one, This is our variable. We assigned all the element of this list to list 1. So we're saying for each individual element in this list, print it out. Print it out. Each individual element in this list, print it out. Let's see that. Where are we? Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Okay, someone should tell us something here from the error message. I'm doing this now. When
We are not in loop. We are not in loop by file.
beautiful, beautiful, you're getting it. Okay. And outside that, we instead of loop.py, we ran list.py. So we will go there and change that to loop.py. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have it. So you can change this to my amazing student's name. I wanted to show you that I can use. Go out. Okay. So I just take that from the list of all of these people. Let me take myself out. And take one of this out. Okay. So for each individual name, let me use name. For name in each of these, print name. So here it's the same thing here, but we change some words and all of that. So for name in list, this list now, list of students, print the name. So if we save it and come here and run my look.py, see we have Lori Williams Favor Esther Utulima. Any question concerning that? Any question, please? Ask me question or ask me question. This simple and straightforward looks, if I should say. Lori, Sandra Williams, Favor, Rosie, O, and others. Question. Now let me do something very tricky now. Very tricky. Very tricky. Okay. So I will okay, let me type it out so you get the gist. All right, so I'll make a list. Then still take this out. Let me do something now. Okay, so then watch my screen. watch my screen. I am saying this. Print's name. Okay, before I get to explain it, can someone say something about this, about line 2? Maybe whatever you understand about line 2, anything, just say something. Look at line 2 and try to deduce something out of it. Hope my network has not disconnected me again. Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me. So let me go back to the. Just try and deduce something out from line 2. This is list. Let me take it down. This is list. Of course, our variable name. So someone should just say something.
Okay, I think we want to print a name from this one.
Okay. Any other person? That's beautiful from you, Glory. Any other person? Okay, so what this line means is that it's the same thing we did previously, but in another way. Same, but we are doing this in another way. We achieved this. I think that was previously we achieved that in 4 lines, but in just one line. In just one line, you can do that. You can do that. So instead of the long grammar and all of that, just in one line. This means print name. That is print Glory. Now, okay, before I even get to this side, let's take from here. It's telling us for name in list. For individual name in list. Maybe I should use individual here so that I get it. Okay, so for individual name in this list, that is what this line means. This part statement means, which is for name in list. So for each individual name in this list one, print the name. Finish. That's what it means. Something we did in about 4 lines, just a single line to do it. Okay, so if I save my code, come here, clear my terminal, and then print loop.py, you see that we still have the same output. Same output, different way, different applications. Okay, you can hear me, right? Okay, better stop this class.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so I will go back to my screen and leave you. Anybody lost? Is anybody lost? We are together, right? Now, let me go to my notepad and talk about something called list. This one is going to be tricky, so better understand the new one before we get it. But all the same, lists comprehension. The right spelling, right? Okay, so this list comprehension. Now, what this means is that a shorter syntax, okay, of written taken like up to 5 to 6 lines to do with just a line to achieve that. But it requires high level of logic IQ, if there's anything like that, though. Just the line gave us that. So list comprehensions give us And let's see how that goes. You can even assign them a value to it. Let's say com list, that is for list comprehension. Com list. Okay. And we want to do something. What? We assign it to. Now see what I'm going to do now. See what I'm going to do now. Watch my screen. Now I will come here to line 2 and I will say student's name. Student's name. Okay. Now I will for student's name. In list 1, right? Let me stop the now. Print it. Before we would have said if student name in this or if student name in this. We use if statement, but we take out the if statement from this that we used previously, and here we use another format, another syntax, another style entirely. Student's name. For student's name in list 1, let me explain. What this means that Glory is one of our students, and Glory here is a student's name. William is a student's name. Favor and the rest are all students' names, right? Now it's telling us student's name. That is for all these students' name. Okay. So while you are students in this list, so while you are students in this class, and this is what is telling us for students in list. Let's for all individual students in this list, print it out. Let's look at this firstly, then I'll add another condition. Maybe if student name is Glory or if student name is female, all of that we still see. So if I save my code, clear my string, and run it. Glory Williams Favor in a list format. I'll go over it again. I know some people are scratching their head. I first of all gave us that example so that we grow from there. And now, should I say a bit advanced, but it's not. Once you get the logic, you get it. Line 2, I assigned another variable to this loop, for loop, right? And let's take from the back part first, which is from the for statement. From here is telling us for students in list, which is what we've been using previously, right? The only thing that differs is this student's name. So for student's name in list, that is for each individual student in this list 1, print it. So to complete the statement, we say students. Are you a student? Yes. Python will print you. It will come again. Are you a student? William? Yes. Python will print. Favor, are you a student? Yes. So that is what it means. Students, you say yes. Okay. So print all the students. That is just what it means there. Any question? Do you understand? Should I proceed? I have about 10 or so people in the call. So, Toko. Is Williams there? Williams left. Glory, Sandra, Phonable, Precious, and Precious Justin. Question.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, so what does that come list? What does
What
it
is
come
what,
there?
please?
What does
What
it
is?
come? What does that come list? Come underscore list. What does it come list?
Okay. We were talking about list comprehensions. So I'm just like trying to make a comprehension list or anything. You can use anything. So if I decide to use glory here, it does no just my choice of variable name. Okay, it's it's changed nothing. So are you okay now? Any other
Oh,
questions?
okay.
Any other person ask question now? Okay, now let's filter it out. Let's filter something. Now it says students for students in list. Okay, now let's bring our condition. Let's take a decision here. Let's say name if student underscore name is not equals to favor, print it. We understood the first part to this one, right? And here I'm trying to make a decision. I'm trying to decide on which of the students' name should be printed out, right? So I am saying here, if student's name is not equals to favor, or I could have said something else. If student's name maybe dot starts with G, or if student's name does not start with what W or whatever. But this time I'm saying if student's name is not equals to favor, this operator exclamation that equals to joint with that means it's not equals to. So that is how it's read. If student name is not equals to favor, print it out. All right, let's save and then run. So favor is out. It's logic. It's that simple. You think on it. You imagine it. Then what do I want to do with this? Should favor be among? Should students name starting with capital letter be among? Should that means if maybe could that is where you bring in your low uppercase. If students the upper don't print, if student the upper print, if student the lower, all of that is just for you to decide what you want to do and you are good to go. Any question?
Please just explain this from this glory equals to student's name, because I
Yes,
don't
please.
really get it.
Explain it again.
That means from line 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, from there we add
Yeah.
com list and Glory asks what was that. So I told her it was just my choice of variable name. Okay, so this can be anything, it can be letters of alphabet, maybe X. If I change X, that means I have to change what I'm printing. So change at X there. Okay, so that part is a choice of variable name. I get it. And for the statement that follows, this part we talked about it list comprehension. It's present us with a shorter syntax or a shorter way of achieving maybe a loop that would have taken up to 5 to 6 lines. Just with one line, we achieve our results. Okay, so it's just the logic, student name. See how it's read. Look at the screen. Student name. For student name in list 1, if student name is not equals to favor. If you're not acquainted with the syntax and the logic, it might sound confusing, but then let me break it down once again. And let me start from the beginning, rather from the end. From the end, we have if student name, that is this operator now, this operator, this exclamation and equals to mark, it means it's not. So let me start from the if statement. So if student name is not favor, just like you, maybe you want to send your child, go to the class, call every other person to come and maybe get their package except favor. Call Glory, call Williams, call Esther, call whatever, but don't call favor. That means you decide not to give your package to favor, right? So that is
Okay.
what here means.
Sorry,
If
sorry
student
to
name is
cut.
not favor.
Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
So what did you use to replace the not? Because I think that's where we are getting confused.
Yeah,
Because
this is
the instruction is for you
exclamation
to
mark.
print out the student's name, but not favor. So what
Yeah.
did you use here now to replace that not?
Have you seen this exclamation mark and this equality sign?
Yes.
That is it. The both of them joined together is called is not. That is how it's read. You read it like that. It's not. Exclamation and this.
Okay.
Okay. So you are good now, right?
Yes, for me, I'm good.
I think we are getting it lost. Maybe we'll stop the class day. I'll give you material. You go right, then we start from there some other time. Network is pretty bad. If you have your question, you can ask. Can even just add something here. I just stop you on screen. Maybe it says students dot upper. Of course, you know that. So you know what will have as our output, right? All the names will be capitalized.
Except favor's name.
Yes, except favor's name. Beautiful. That means you are getting it. Why you know what you want, you are good to go. Can have maybe dot lower, can replace what the student's name. Either any of those can do anything. So it seems people are tired. We have to stop here. And then again, we meet again on Saturday for our quiz and hands-on practice session, which of course that class is always in the evening from 6 to 8. After this week was also introductory part of it and all of that. Maybe Tuesday we look at tuples and then from Tuesday, okay, we'll talk more in the group so I can end the recording. How was the class today? How many people in the call? Review.
Fine.
Hope nobody's lost.
It was fine.
Okay. So I'll drop the link, the recording link when it's available, and I'll also drop the sources to study. Network is really challenging. Let's stop it before network gets to stop us. Abruptly.
All right. Thank you.
All right. See you and Saturday.